It's a Windy City special in the booth. I'm Ed Cohen with the former Chicago Bull. It's Jay Williams.
And Ed, both squads are getting up last-minute shots. As a player, you never leave the court on a missed shot. A mixed shot always sets the right tone before the game.
All the work that's gone into this game about to be on full display here tonight. Jay, Magic and Kobe each won 5 titles. How are you going to judge LeBron James' legacy in L.A.?
LeBron James wins 1 championship in L.A. That means he will set himself apart. He will have won 4 championships in 3 different cities. Now, that is polarizing for some fans. That still does not take away from the overall greatness and the legacy of LeBron James.
No good. Oh, it looked like he may have gotten him there. Beverly. His first effort off the mark.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that. Superior confidence. I like that.
Leonard knocks it down. That was a tough shot.
Look, that shot was going up regardless of what the defender was trying to do. That's called a heat check.
LeBron James with the rock. To Cousins. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
George on the drive, but his shot misses.
Seems like a lot of contact on that play. If I were that player, I would pull the ref over to the side, talk to him, express to him how much contact there was so he could look for that same foul call potentially the next time down the court.
Boogie abusing the rim. Big finish.
How about right after the dunk, he looks right over towards the bench, gets a call from the coach about what defense they're in, and then gets his team set. Those are people that are able to lead men.
DeMarcus Cousins rejects it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Can't connect. Defense did its job that time.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
George. He throws it down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
It's James controlling the offense. To Davis. And it's Zubac with the rebound. Paul George. To Leonard. For 3. He made his first effort, but not that time.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Anthony Davis against Paul George. Anthony Davis missed his first. That one goes.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
That's me.
Anthony Davis sends it away. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Lakers have it. Fires the 3. Textbook defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
The assist from number 3.
Los Angeles, they have it. James to Caldwell Pope. Going to launch beyond the arc. Rebounds taken down by Leonard. Ruling is there was intent. It's an intentional foul.
It's way too early in the game to be intentionally fouling like that. Keep your cool, man. Calm down.
First foul in the final 2 minutes. Subbing in.
Jay, upon scanning this Clippers roster, there are a lot of guards for Doc Rivers to work with.
Yeah, they have a plethora of guards, and if I'm this team and if I'm Doc Rivers, I'm thinking about how do I throw as many guards at you as possible because Doc wants to get another guard in there to apply the same pressure. They should be the new modern-day Detroit Pistons with the style they play defensively.
Davis. George, and knocks it down.
You live by the three, you die by the three. And guess what? They're living large right now.
Calls out of bounds. Last touch by LeBron James.
Clippers ball.
Clippers have the basketball. A drive baseline, but the shot won't go. LeBron with it up top. Down by one. Knocked loose. Clippers have it. Oh, emphatic slam.
An easy two. Get back on defense.
The assist.
James to Kyle Kuzma. Kyle Kuzma, strong finish.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. To Leonard. Paul George. He's 2 for 5. Not great, but trending.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
LeBron James pins it. And draws the foul.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
Kawhi Leonard at the line for 2 shots. A career 84% free throw shooter. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. That's out of bounds. Last touch by LeBron. That ends the first quarter. The Clippers are out in front. First quarter complete, on to the second period. A little bit of a feeling out process so far.
Well, both teams had their rhythm. They established the tempo that they wanted to play at. But ultimately, something has to give. Some team has to draw a line in the sand.
James. To Cousins. Off the assist.
And the defender's got to take note. Otherwise, that shot's going up all game long.
Here's the call. Intentional foul. Referee all over it.
Maybe a message was being sent there. I'm just not too sure what it was.
Subbing in for the Lakers. Number 3, Anthony Davis.
Leonard shakes free and hits.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Knocked loose. That's going to get out of bounds. Last touch by Green. LA Clippers with the basketball. To Leonard. And that's rebounded by the Lakers. To Kyle Kuzma. And that's going to get out of bounds. Off a Laker. Leonard. Yes. Give the advantage to the shooter.
As a defender, you should take it personally when a contested three goes in. That's good defense, but it's not good enough.
Across the timeline comes James. Trailing by 11. Knocked loose. Clippers have got it.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
The pass taken away by the Lakers. Could not throw it down. Leonard to Williams. Has a look. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Knocked loose. Kuzma to Davis. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
Free throw good as he finishes off the three-point play. That shaves the deficit down to 10. Leonard to George. And the Lakers able to grab the rebound. Lakers ball. Cousins to James. LeBron James, 2 of 4 now. Jay, what makes LeBron so special on the offensive end?
Well, first and foremost, look at that frame. 6'9", 265 pounds with the agilities of a guard. He can blow by you. If he dips that shoulder, there's no way. There is nobody in the NBA that can guard that man one-on-one.
The free throw, good. And they add 1 more to the lead. It's up to 11. LeBron into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. To Leonard. George. Kawhi Leonard. Wide open. Too easy. You can't give him that look.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive. But when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Anthony Davis swats it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Kuzma, tough matchup against George. Nothing going here on that drive. Kuzma to James. Lets it fly from long range. Oh, LeBron James. Not much more the defense could have done. He hits the contested 3.
Just let me break down to all the young players at home how special of a pass this was. That was a perfect delivery, and it hit the player right in the chest.
Beverly to Paul George. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. DeMarcus Cousins snatching it out of the air. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The result, he's going to the line.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
First try, no good. Good bounce back. Hits his second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Los Angeles has the basketball. James and Jay, they call the foul.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor.
Entering the game for the
James.
number 14, Danny Green.
Paul George with a piece. Couldn't keep it in. Out off Paul George. Our opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own.
Lakers, number 1, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
Caldwell-Pope to the rim. Lays it in off the alley-oop pass.
And Ed, here's my offensive theory. More touches, more points. This is a fast-paced league. Either the coaches adapt or you'll be left behind.
To Leonard. Oh, nice find for the basket.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
LBJ. To Davis. James. That's how you defend. To George. Strong finish for Paul George.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
Beyond the arc for 3. That's what the King does. James, the quick catch and shoot there for 3.
Man, you making people dance out there? I see you with the footwork.
Slam dunk.
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a dunk like that holds it inside of his forearm, it lets you know how hard he dunked that basketball.
Deep three at the buzzer. Hits it. And the foul. And a chance now at a 4-point play.
The most important part for the offensive player is to create space. If you can create space, you can find your rhythm, and that's what we saw.
Got it.
Number 14, Danny Green.
That's it. First half has come to an end. And a nice advantage right now for the Clippers. First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. Leonard. It's been a good night from beyond the arc. He's 5 of 6 from deep.
It's called room and rhythm, Ed. If you don't crowd him defensively, you allow him to have room, he will find that rhythm from behind the arc.
Little R&R has never hurt anybody, Jay. George. Yes. Or in the case of the defense, not good. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
And he's fouled. He's going to the line for 2.
I don't know, Ed. Maybe there's a long-term play here. But next game, we're going to be aggressive early. Maybe.
Knocks down the first. Able to convert on both free throws. LeBron into the front court. Down a bundle. Bad pass there. Clippers have it.
Maybe pace it right here. They got a big lead at home.
Leonard. To Beverly. Leonard. Oh, he just continued.